Oh, are we recording?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay then, because that would have been embarrassing. Okay. Right, shush now, shush now. Okay. Hi, I'm Simon Lamb, Scout Active Support, and this is my 60-second Scouter.
3, 2, 1.
What's your favourite campfire skit?
My favourite campfire skit, I'm going to go with this one. I don't think it has a name. It's a dance routine, and you get some volunteers from the audience to come up and stand next to you, and you add various actions, and each of them repeats it as it goes along, so your arms and your legs, and then finally the first person falls to their left, and everybody else dominoes and falls over, which is a bit crass, but it's really funny if you don't know what's going to happen. That's my favourite campfire skit.
What's the most essential item you keep in your sporran?
Probably a few things, but I think I'll go with wallet because it's essential, right? And there's not very much space in there. There's no pockets on the kilt or anything. So I'm going to keep something super practical and go with wallet.
What gets you excited?
When I'm doing writing workshops or I'm seeing young people writing, or older people, I guess, but when they're writing about themselves and they're able to show and share part of themselves that other people see reflected in them, there's a really exciting moment of connection there. And I just think that is super exciting when people realize that writing has that power, and indeed the sharing of one's own writing has that power. That excites me a lot.
How did you get involved in Blair Athol?
Blair Athol, beautifully said. Blair Actor, so a bit of context, Blair Actor is a drama base at Blair Athol, which is a jamborette held every second year in Scotland since 1946. I was there twice as a participant, in 2006 and 2008, and I just remember there not being a drama base. It wasn't that there had never been one, but it had never lasted. And I remember having dinner with the activities coordinator at the camp in 2008 when we had a sort of staff participant dinner. And I asked the question why there wasn't one, and basically it was run one for us. So I did, and I really enjoyed it. I had a great team behind me, and the team's changed over the years, and I've always just been really lucky to have great leaders and great participants as well. So the drama base now runs. And I want to say that Blair Actor is a sort of big squash of Blair Athol Castle theatricals of repute, which did take a lot of time to force to work, but I really enjoy Blair Actor.
Why did you agree to be my 61st co-host?
I am never anything less than blown away by your commitment to Scoutadelic. And as I've said to you on multiple occasions, not just the quality of stuff, but even more so the quantity of stuff that is produced just blows me away. So your dedication more than anything is very attractive for all of us as Scouters that are trying to bring inspiration to folks. I think you're a massive inspiration. So there's my honest answer of why I wanted to get involved.
What's your chocolate bar of choice?
Something I really like at the moment is the dark chocolate galaxy that's floating around, like a limited edition type thing. That one's super nice. I'm really on board with that one. So I'm going to go with dark chocolate galaxy.
What's something you take to camp but you never use? So you want to use it, but you never do then find a use for it.
I kind of want to answer with like a trick answer for this one. So something that I take to camp but never use for its intended purpose is a spork that's intentionally colored orange. I never use it as a spork, but I find it as a prop for a song that I do at campfires called What Color Is Your Spork? And it happens to be orange. So I never use it as a spork per se, but I use it as a prop. So maybe that could be my trick answer for that one.
What rhymes with orange?
Now this is a tricky one, but I do have an answer. And the answer...
What's your favourite poem?
Hardest question yet, but I really like a very short poem that's a conversation between two characters that is called Overheard on a Salt Marsh by the poet Harold Monroe. And it's just quite quirky. And one of the reasons I love it so much is I already quite liked it anyway, but I remember performing it for some teens and we analysed it. And I just remember after doing the first performance, one of the kids said, "That is either the best, worst poem ever, or the worst, best poem ever." And that's always really stuck with me. And I really like that because I think poetry should sort of challenge our preconceptions of what poetry can be and whether it's entertainment. You know, it does a lot for me. I really like the poem, Overheard on a Salt Marsh.
What's your favourite scouting memory?
Iceland, World Scout Moot 2017, Akureyri, the name of the place where we were for our expedition in the first half of the moot. And my role up there as I was staff was for evening entertainment. And one of my favorite things that we did was an evening of an international open mic, basically. And just this wealth of talent just blew us all away. And my very, very, very favorite moment of the night wasn't the scout camp chief proposing to his long-term partner, which was also very lovely because she said yes and everyone was waving their neckies, but was when the local Icelandic kids, a group of teens, performed one of their songs for us. And it was just the most magical moment. And every time I think about it, I have hairs on the back of my neck. I could never write a poem about that moment because I would never do it justice. It really, for me, encapsulated everything that I want from scouting.
What keeps you positive?
I think I would go with hope of tomorrow and a hope for better understanding and empathy. That probably keeps me positive looking forward.
If you had a superhero power, what would it be?
This is a tough one. Like, I feel like everyone gives like one of like 2 or 3 similar answers to this. And I won't break that mold. I'm going to go with flight, I think, because quite a lot of my poetry features birds. And I think the idea of flight is quite an exciting one. It would provide a lot of possibilities, and it's just very freeing, I think. It would just be that, the idea of excitement and swooping, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling, however that song goes. It would feel brill, I think.
What's the first thing that you would do in 2021?
Go to sleep, because I'm going to presume that I've been up all night of Hogmanay and I've had a really nice night, seeing out 2020, and then being there for 2021 and hoping that it's going to be a better year for all of us.
What's your favourite book?
My favourite book is an easy one, actually. My favourite book is a book called The Colour of the Sun by the author David Almond, and I love all of his work. And I remember going to meet him at the Edinburgh Book Festival and taking a lot of books to sign. Like, I think he was quite intimidated. I checked with him in advance, it was fine. But why do I love the book? I just read it at the right moment in life, a couple of Christmases ago for the first time, and just seeing a lot of myself and the way my brain thought and thinks. And I really liked seeing that in a book. It's just really magical. And I've revisited it a couple of times since, and it always speaks to me anew. So I think they're the best books for us, the ones that speak to us.
What's the best meal that you can cook?
Toasted marshmallows.